Hey everybody, it's me, Corinne. And I just wanted to come on here and talk about my support group experience yesterday. So pretty much, I was nervous about going, which I voiced yesterday, and mostly because I'm just an extreme introvert, and for some reason, since I'm behind a camera and I'm not talking to anyone face to face, I can post on YouTube pretty easily. It's a weird glitch in my logic, I guess, but whatever. So yeah, and I actually liked it. I didn't talk to anyone, because like I said, extremely introverted, but I just kind of sat back and watched and listened and stuff, and it was really cool. When I first walked in, I was kind of shocked, because there were so many people there, like, so many people, and I was really surprised, and it kind of made me happy, though, because I was afraid that since it was from like 3:30 to 5 o'clock that no one was going to be there because everyone was going to be at work. But I swear, there was like 60 people there. At least 60 people. And it was great. But yeah, when I first walked in, it was all, dang it, sorry. It was all, they were all facing like a big projection screen, and our nutritionist or dietitian was up there talking, and she kind of did like a little class beforehand, like talked for like 45 minutes or something, just kind of explaining like certain stuff that you can, I think it was called Nutrition and Nutrition Myths was the topic yesterday. I took a couple notes, and I figured I'd share them with you because I know not everybody has community support groups that they can go to, because some people have their surgeries like in Mexico or even like across the country from where they live, so they don't have, a support group to go to. But I took just a few notes that I thought I'd share with you guys. It's not a thing lengthy, don't worry. So I'm not going to sit here for 15 minutes and be like, give you a nutrition lesson. But some of these I was kind of like, duh. But they're still it's still useful information. Like she says, don't drink energy drinks. If you must, if you're like not getting sleep or something, if you must, only 16 ounces a day. So, and only like once in a while. Don't do it very often. It's just basically all the chemicals in it it's basically a giant sugar rush that goes away after a couple hours, which a lot of people probably know that. I've never really been a big energy drink person, because I feel like they never did anything for me, so I never really bought them, and they kind of taste like weird. So anyways, there's that one. And another fact she said was that having a poor diet, like eating a lot of junk food or non-nutritious foods, can actually make you vulnerable to depression, which I thought was really interesting, because it's like, oh, heavy people, obese people, fat people like myself, a lot of times, they're depressed, and everyone's like, oh, and I always thought I don't ever know, I never say that I was depressed, because maybe I was, I don't know, but like, I always thought, oh, it's because I'm fat, I just feel like black because I'm big and I don't like how I look. But also it's saying like if you eat a bunch of junk food and stuff, that can cause you to be depressed. I thought that was really interesting. And another one she talked about was like the stretching of your pouch, which, she said like everybody asked that question, like, is my pouch going to stretch? Is my pouch going to stretch? Is my pouch going to stretch? And she said that yes, it eventually will slightly. And she says, basically, because she said to imagine it like a balloon. The first few times you blow it up, it's kind of difficult to blow up and stuff. But then after you've blown it up 100 times, it blows up a lot faster and a lot easier. And then it's kind of stretchier. Which is how she compared it to like us eating. When you eat, you fill your pouch. And then it goes away. And then you fill your pouch back up, So I thought that was pretty interesting too. She said it should, but it's and normally it doesn't really stretch till after like the first 6 months after surgery, and that's when they say that's like your prime honeymoon period where you're gonna lose the most of your weight. But, speaking of that little, after, we talked in the big group, we, like, split up into different groups, and there was a couple ladies from the sleeve that's had it for 3 years, and they said that they consistently lost weight and didn't even really have to try for, like, 12 to 14 months. So, that was for them, though. I'm not saying that's for everybody, but that's kind of cool if that ends up being for me, too, because I'm like, yeah, I'd like to consistently, like, keep it up for that long. Anyways, I'll get back to my notes. Okay. Also, something very interesting she said is slow metabolisms do not exist. You're not just like a person that's like, oh, I just have slow metabolism. It's because it has to do with your body size, your composition, and your age. So as you age, your metabolism naturally slows. Basically, as you age, everything slows. Everything, you just kind of, you become drier, you're more fatigued, you know, your skin loses, like everything kind of goes bad when you get old. That's just what happens. Your body's wearing down. So, but yeah, your metabolic rate lowers as you age, and they say the reason why, you know, big people, they're like, oh, I have a slow metabolism. It's actually the fact that you're just consuming more calories than you need to, you know, survive. And so your metabolism's working the same. It's breaking down more stuff than it needs to. And so you know, yeah. And also she said the more muscle that you have, the higher metabolic rate you have. So that's one thing to think about too, is like when we all start like exercising and stuff, is if you want to have a fast metabolism, get, you know, a faster metabolism, you know, get your muscle mass up. So, yeah, thought that was pretty interesting. Also, they said if you do not get enough sleep, less than 6 hours a night, or too much sleep, more than 9 hours a night, that it can actually cause weight gain. Which, if I was part of that spectrum, maybe getting more sleep than 9 hours a night, because I'm trying to find a nursing job right now. So, and I go to evening school. So I get to, like, sleep till basically whenever I want to. And sometimes I get, like, 9 hours of sleep. But, yeah. Anyways. Yep. Let me think. Okay, another thing she said, there's a lot of, like, articles and stuff on the Mayo Clinic, is where she got a lot of her information, www.mayoclinic.com, and they have, like, I guess they have, like, a whole section of articles related to, like, weight loss surgery and obesity and health and nutrition and stuff like that, so that would be interesting to go look at that. I haven't yet. And then the last thing she said was that while you know, take 30 minutes to eat, tops. If you sit there and you set a timer and you take 30 minutes to eat and you still have food on your plate, they say to leave it and wait till your next meal. Because the longer you wait, the more food leaves your sleeve or your, you know, whatever pouch you have. And then it just gives you more room to eat more. And then it kind of defeats the purpose of, you know, the whole thing. Anyways, that's the only thing. Those are the couple notes that I took from that part. And then, like I said, we all split up into groups. And there was 3 different groups. The sleeve group, the lap band group, and the Roux-en-Y group. And it was really cool to see, like, there was people from every walk of the journey there. We had, like I said, we had girls from 3 years. They are 3 years out, and they still come to help maintain, and they had come to help other people. There was a lady there who was 1 week from surgery. There was another lady there who was pre-op, and, you know, and then, like, I'm 5 weeks. There's 6 months, 3 months, you know. There's just a year. There was just, like, everyone from all different walks, and it was really cool to sit there and listen to what everybody had to say. But anyways, this video is getting way too long, and I apologize for that. So I'm going to go. Everyone have a super fantastic weekend, and I will see you next week. Bye, guys.